Hello, Jonas Salk students, and welcome to this information technology presentation for Career Day 2020. I'll be taking a little bit of your time to talk with you about tech, why information technology can be a great career, and what it takes to be involved in that career. Information technology is not only about programming and hardware, it's also about arts and creativity. If you've seen any movies in the last 5 years, almost every movie has at least some computer animation. Those animations are drawn by artists using special tools, not a keyboard and a mouse. And the movies themselves are put together as various clips with different soundtracks, which are all done with computer editing. Whether you are technical or artistic, an information technology career may be for you. I'm a techie, not an artist. What I'll be showing you in the next few demonstrations are on the technical side. If you're more interested in the art side, then I suggest after seeing this you look online for information related to some of the software I'm using. I'll be telling you about the software at the end of this presentation. So let's get to it. Why an information technology career? Well, if you're the curious sort, if you like to solve problems, or if you're a creative person, information technology has career paths that could be for you. On the technical side, there are many specializations. You can be a web developer or designer, a user experience or user interface designer, that's UX and UI. Those designers are responsible to make apps easy to use and look good. They also need to take into account the many different screen sizes used and make the work look good wherever it is seen. That could be phone screens or tablet screens, various computer screens, or even huge billboards like are seen in Times Square. Other needed skills include database designers, security architects, system administrators, and application developers. What kind of education or skills do you need to get started in one of these careers? Well, there are technical schools, there's traditional college with undergrad and graduate degrees, there are vendor certifications that confirm you have knowledge about a particular vendor's technology, and then there are also body of knowledge certifications, which mean you understand rules and goals about how something should be done, like a project manager, for example. How much can you earn starting out in these fields? Well, it depends on the specialization and the company. You could earn anywhere from $30,000 to $120,000 or more. A beginning help desk support specialist might earn $30,000 to $45,000 with only a high school diploma and a technical certification like CompTIA A+. A programmer with Python, PHP, or Java skills, those are all programming languages, and a bachelor's degree, and some programming internships could start in the range of $60,000 to $120,000. I'll take you through some examples next. Virtualization, which is a way to set up and test computers and programs quickly and easily. You've probably heard of the cloud. The cloud is a form of virtualization where you get all the things that you could get from your computer, but not on your computer. Instead, you get them from the cloud, through the internet, like Google Docs, for example. Then I'll show you a simple web page that has a database connected to it and try to illustrate why having a database as the source for a web page makes web pages much more useful. Finally, I'll show you a web server with a content management system, WordPerfect, and a database, MySQL, and try to illustrate why that makes it much easier to maintain websites and publish new pages. At the end, I'll give you a list of all the software that I've used to create this presentation. All the software I'm using is open source. That means it's free. And being free means you can try it whenever you like, drop it and move on to something else if you don't like it, and not sink money into stuff you don't end up using. And with the stuff you do use, you'll learn useful skills for working with computers, networks, graphics, editing movies. You can even do audio editing, music soundtracks, things like that. Next, we'll look at virtualization. I'm using Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager to create and manage virtual machines. There are a number of computers in the left column. Notice that for each one, details, snapshots, and logs can be viewed. Details show the hardware settings of the VM. The memory and hard drive size are the only settings that must be specified when the VM is created. Those settings and others can be changed after the VM is created if desired. For example, you may want the VM to perform better by increasing the memory or the number of processor cores used. Either or both can be done. If more drive space is needed for programs or data, the size of the drive can be changed or another virtual drive can be added. Now I'll start a Windows 10 VM. You'll see startup looks the same as starting your Windows computer at home. However, this Windows 10 PC is running like a program on the host computer, running like Word, Excel, or Google Chrome. Just another program in another window, but a program that does all the things a regular PC will do. What's the benefit? A virtual computer can be used to quickly and easily test if changes like new software, a different configuration, or patches might cause trouble. If trouble is found, a feature called a snapshot can be used to quickly reset the PC back to the same starting point every time. That process can be repeated until a solution is found. Snapshots make it easy to try something without worrying if it will work. Take a snapshot, make a change, test the PC. If something's not right, restore the snapshot and try again. I'm demonstrating with a KDE Neon VM so you can see how helpful snapshots are. KDE Neon is a version of Linux. The same could be done with the Windows VM I just showed you, but I made this Neon VM with very few programs and no user files, so there isn't much on the hard drive. That makes the demonstration run much quicker. I've started the VM and logged in. We're at the desktop and it has a shutdown option just like Windows. Now it's shut down. I'll make a snapshot and start it again. Here it is back at the desktop. I'll use this command to delete all files on the PC. Once the command is finished, the shutdown option isn't even on the menu anymore. I have to power off the PC by clicking the X on its window. When I try and start it again, it doesn't start. I've broken it. Now go to the snapshot I took and see how quickly the snapshot is restored. Start the PC again and it gets all the way back to the desktop looking just the way it did the first time we saw it. That, in a nutshell, is virtualization. One kind of virtualization, hardware virtualization. It makes it easy to test changes and recover if things go wrong. Next, we'll look at a simple web page connected to a database. Now we'll look at a database connected to a web page. I'll attempt to show why it's so useful to have the web page set up that way. On the right, there's a list of movies and TV that I have. On the left, I'm connecting to a database server, a MySQL server that provides the list whenever the web page is connected to. I'm entering a query to search for movies with man in the title. The query limits the list to only 10 titles. You see there's a buy column with yes or no. Don't buy means I have it. Yes or buy means I don't have it. Any movie shown on the web page displayed is a no, meaning I have it, so no reason to buy it. The first movie in the list is 10 Things I Hate About You. You see the query I've run shows no in the buy column because I have that movie, and that's why it's shown on the web page. Let's say I didn't have it. I'll change the buy status from no to yes. Now I'll refresh the web page. The movie should disappear from the list, and it does because it's at the top of the list. You can see once it's refreshed, it's gone. Now I'll go back to the database because I do have the movie, and I'll change the status back to don't buy. You'll see when I run the query again and update, it again says buy is no. And now I go back to the web page and refresh it again, and you see the movie appears at the top of the list again. So with a database, the information presented on a web page can be changed without redesigning the web page. Just update the database, refresh the page, and the latest information is being displayed. In this last segment, I'll try to show the benefits of a web content management system. The web client, the Firefox browser on the left, connects to the Apache web server. The server responds to connections by sending back web pages. The WordPress CMS controls which pages to send and what they look like. It does this by connecting to the server's files and a MySQL database to manage how web pages display. Here is my website's home page. Notice the page styling with a photo at the top, the links on the right margin of the page, and the bold page title, Welcome Home. Also, check the recent posts link list. MySQL backup and restore is on top. Remember that. Now to the password protected content management portion of the website. Pages are created here, and whether and how they are displayed is controlled here. I've made a JSMS Career Day web page that is not currently displayed. It is in draft status. I'll change the status to published and go back to my home page. Note, there's no change in the recent posts list. I'll refresh the page and you'll see the newest recent posts item becomes JSMS Career Day. Then we'll take a quick look at the published page before going back to the content management page. Select Quick Edit, change the status back to draft, and go back to the home page. JSMS Career Day is still the top item in recent posts, but refresh the page and it's gone again. The benefit of a CMS is being able to focus on what to publish rather than how it looks. The web page style, whether and which group of links appear in the page's right margin, and the content of those links are all controlled by the CMS and depend on which of many available templates are chosen for the website and for its pages. This makes it easy to produce a good-looking, up-to-date website. Whether it is interesting depends on the audience you're trying to reach and how well your content meets their expectations. That's all for this Jonas Salk Middle School Information Technology Career Day presentation. I hope you saw something that piqued your interest. And stay tuned for the list of products used to make this video. As mentioned earlier, they're all open source, and so they're all free. Thank you and goodbye.